Because this product uses fire and it can be dangerous, you must be 18 years or older to use the Fire Wallet. Hello and welcome to the Fire Wallet instructional video by Murphy's Magic. In this video, we're going to go into what you receive, how to use your Fire Wallet, some really basic routines, as well as some additional ideas to get you started. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at what you receive in your box. Now, you may have the Professional series or the Aficionado series. Regardless, it should be roughly the same. So let's look inside. You'll get, the first thing is you'll find your wallet. It'll be wrapped, okay? And you'll also get your instructional card and your throwaway do not eat. So throw it away and don't eat it. So let's take a look at how to use your wallet now. Let's go over now the features of the wallet. Very self-explanatory, right? You have your 3 compartments here for credit cards. You can put more than one in case you have a lot of cards. You also have a spot for your bills. Well, actually, you have 2 spots for your bills, one in the front, one in the back. You do get this cardboard. It's just to keep the wallet safe. We don't need it. We'll put that aside. And right here, you have your ID compartment, which is magnetically closed, and then you have your fire gimmick inside. This is the fire gimmick tray. Now that's there so that when you put the lighter fluid, it doesn't leak out. And you have one on both sides of your fire gimmick. You also have the striker wheel right here, and inside of that little compartment, you have the flint, which we'll show you how to replace in a later section. Now this magnetically closes, that way it doesn't accidentally open before or after you've used your wallet, right? Let me show you now how to set it up. So you're gonna use lighter fluid. Now you can find this at Walmart, Target, or Amazon. So you're gonna get your lighter fluid and you're going to generously apply the lighter fluid on your tray, just like that. Now it will take some time to know how much to put. Once you've applied your lighter fluid, you have a few options. You can let it soak for a few seconds or minutes and then apply some more. That way you'll be able to use the Fire Wallet for a longer time. Or if you're just gonna use it a few times and right away, then just the one little soaking, the whole entire fire gimmick will be enough. Once you have that set, you're ready to use the Fire Wallet. Now, you must be 18 years or old in order to do this. Right? So what you want to do is hold the wallet so that both hands mirror each other. That way it doesn't look like this, which looks a little fishy. This way, by having the thumb in the back on both hands will be mirroring each other, and that little striking action will not be really seen or noticed. So all you have to do is strike down on the wheel and your Fire Wallet should light up. Now we're gonna close it. It was the first time we ever used this Fire Wallet, so we're just gonna let the flames go, close it, and now we'll try it one more time. So there you go. Now, if you notice, that's good that it's happening where only one side it's opening up, and that's because I'm opening it wide for you guys to see. But in reality, you're gonna be holding it like this, right? And the flame from this side will ignite your other side of the gimmick. So it should look something like that, where both ignite at the same time. You don't want to keep it burning for longer than a few seconds, so only leave it on for maybe 1 to 3 seconds, because you might burn the top of your wallet. Which brings me to my next point, which is you don't want to hold it perpendicular like this because the flame will touch the wallet. So you want to have it at an angle. The angle which you cannot pass is this side of your wallet, so the back side that holds the bills. If you point that at your spectator's forehead, they'll never be able to see the fire gimmick. So that's how low you know that you can bring it. So for instance, if I'm looking at the camera right now, I know that right there you can't see the fire gimmick. If I lower it, I might expose it. That way you've pointed this at their eyes and they won't be able to see the fire gimmick Yet, when you strike it, the flames will touch the wallet, but not as much and not as direct as if you had it straight on, and then everything will be, you know, getting engulfed by the flames. I'm gonna strike it one more time and then we'll show you how to close the wallet. I know this is all very simple, but we're still gonna show you. So we're gonna light it up. Now, when you close, that's gonna extinguish the flames. Then when you open, you're not gonna open into the fire gimmick. You're gonna release the fire gimmick and only open up the regular wallet. And you can do that as you show. So it'll be flame, close, and you show. And then the flames being extinguished and you showing immediately that nothing has been burnt will really give you that illusion that the fire came from here rather than from any other section of the wallet, which nobody should be suspecting anyway. Now let's go into some basic routines that you can do with your Fire wallet to get you started. Let's take a look at a quick basic routine you can perform with your Fire wallet. So we just need somebody to select a card. So would you say stop anywhere you like?
Stop.
Right there. And go ahead and remember that. Don't forget it. If not, this will be very easy. And we'll shuffle the cards. The cards can actually be shuffled by anyone in the audience. And I'll show you my hands. There's nothing in my hands, just a little snap, and the card's gone. It's actually gone to my wallet, which is right here. Oh! Oh, and there's one card. Looks like it's burnt. What was your card?
7 of hearts.
The 7 of hearts. Let's take a look now at the basic version of doing the card to wallet. It's very simple. I'm going to walk you through what you'll need. You're going to need a duplicate card, which I'm going to show you how to get it like this. You're then going to force the card in the deck by using the riffle force. And then they can shuffle the cards, and then the card will then be in the wallet. So let's take a look at all the steps on how to do that. So we're going to use the 5 here and a lighter to get it to look like the card was burnt. It's important that you're over 18 if you're using the wallet, and also if you're going to be using the lighter, make sure you're over 18. So you're going to light the lighter, and you're just going to start bringing it back and forth around the edge of the card. And once you see that it's lighting up, you start putting it away, and then you keep doing it. And you do that until you have the card looking like you want it to look. You can also hold the flame underneath the card for a little bit until you start to see that it goes black with the burnt. Right now I'm just showing the camera, so I can't really see what's happening, but it should be getting a little burn mark like that. So you just go ahead and do that around the whole card, and you'll have something that looks like this. You then take your burnt card and place that inside your ID window, face down. Obviously, make sure you have your lighter fluid in the compartment, and then that would go then in your wallet. All right, let's talk about the riffle force. You're going to start with your force card on the top of the deck, and you're going to swing cut the top packet to your bottom hand. And normally you would place the cards back on top, keeping that pinky break right there so that you can stop on their card. I think it's better if instead of just doing a single cut and going straight into the force, if you do multiple swing cuts. So one, now you keep the break, but you keep cutting. So it just looks like you're shuffling the cards. You then tell them, I need somebody to select a card while still maintaining that break. You then close the cards, and as you square up, you ask somebody to say stop. So you start riffling the cards from the top to the bottom with your thumb. Whenever somebody says stop, no matter where they say stop, you lift up at the break. and you let go of the thumb at the same time. So the second you lift up, you let go of the thumb and you lift up. It'll create the illusion that you're cutting the cards at the exact location they had you stop. So if they do before, right, you can see the break is here. If they do before, you just lift up everywhere and show the card. So we're going to riffle through. Somebody will say stop, they say stop, and you just lift up on your break. Now you lift up with your thumb from the back and with your middle finger in the front. So boom, they say that you show them the card, they can take the card or you can just show it to them. And now because it's a force card, you don't need to control it, you don't need to do anything with the card. You can loose the card and you can hand the cards out to be shuffled by your spectators. You can then show your hands completely empty, reach in your wallet, light it, as we previously taught you, close it up, and then you just call attention to the card that's in the ID department. Mention that it's burnt, ask them what card it is they're thinking of, and then reveal that it's the card. And that's how you perform a basic card to wallet. Here, take whichever one you want. Doesn't have to be your name, you can make up your name. Oh, that Sharpie's not, it's not, I've been smelling it a lot. Or draw a picture, anything you like.
That's exactly what I was.
Good. Did you want to?
Do you want to write on it? Yeah.
Watch. Did you see that? Here, let me. Did you like that one?
I like it, yeah.
Okay, so we'll do it again. Watch. Maybe 28 cards down. Watch. Here, you seem to be enjoying this one. So here, watch. I'll let you push it in. I'll let you push it in. So there's the card. It has all your names on it. Can you push it in all the way? But make sure you do it all the way. Yeah. Watch. 1, 2, 3.
It's in his mouth. It's in his mouth.
That was good. That was good. And you saw it. You saw it. But check it out.
See it go in his mouth.
Look. Here, watch. Look. Oh, bend it. That way you can see the moment it reaches the top. Okay? Watch. Watch. I don't even have to show it to you guys. That's a good card trick, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. I like it. He gave me a sticker earlier, right? Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Anything I can give you. Oh. Wait. There's the sticker. But look. But look.
What is
Look.
It's our card.
Look.
It's our signed card.
Go ahead.
Grab it, Krista. Can I grab your credit card too?
Sure, take it.
Are you gonna buy us the next round?
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this guy's good. This guy is good.
Thank you. Hello guys, let's take a look now at how the signed card to wallet works. So you're gonna need to get a card signed, which we'll use the 2 of hearts here. We'll get it signed. And now you need to control the card. So you can use whichever control you want. I will just show you a simple double undercut. So once you get your card in the middle of the deck, you want to maintain a pinky break above that card. Once you square the cards up, you should be in this position here. You're then going to cut half of the lower half packet, and you're going to bring that to the top. You'll then release the lower packet, which is where you had that break, and you'll bring that to the top. That'll just get your card to the top of the deck. You'll then want to create some misdirection and do your Mercury card fold. So this is how the Mercury card fold looks. You want to have the card at the top of the deck with the deck facing up. You'll then grab the deck in a modified Biddle grip. You're going to take your thumb, because this is Biddle grip, you're going to take your thumb and lower it just a little bit, and you'll see why in a second. You're then going to take your lower hand, and with the flesh of the index finger, you're going to use that as friction to bend the card backwards. So as you can see, I'm just bending that card directly in half. Once it reaches the end, that's the reason you had your thumb right there. You're then going to squeeze in your fingers as if you were just closing them in like this, and that's going to cause the card to bend from being in half to quarters. Once you have your card folded like this, you will then just bring the folded card underneath the deck. Once you have the Mercury card fold underneath, you can use your other hand to squeeze it and make it as flat as you can. Okay? Now that you know how the Mercury card fold works and you have it ready, let me show you what to do with the wallet so that it's ready to have the card loaded. So, you're going to have your wallet in your pocket, and before you start the routine, you want to take your topmost credit card and slide it up just a little bit. You can see where the numbers are. That's usually where I like to have it. Now, you can have another card directly below, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get that card inside. So what I like to do is leave this slit for the credit card completely open, and then just place another one below it on the lowermost slot for the credit cards. Now you're going to close this, and the flap that has the credit card, it's going to go against your body. So just as this is here, I will just take it and place it in my back pocket in this orientation. So let's imagine that this is my back pocket right here. Now you're going to reach, you have your Mercury card folded here. You're going to hand the deck to the spectators for them to hold as you then steal the Mercury card fold. So that's really easy. You just want to make sure as you hand it, you wrist kill so that you don't flash your Mercury card fold. You'll then move your hand to go get your wallet, and as you, I'll move it like this just so you can see, and as you go inside your pocket to retrieve the wallet, you're going to use this little corner, the folded corner of the card. So we have open corner, and then we're going to have the completely folded corner, and you're going to point that directly down. You're going to push that into the wallet, and you're just going to continue to drive the card down. As you do that, your thumb will naturally push the credit card in, and you just pull the wallet out. You'll then light the wallet on fire. Everybody reacts. Close it, and when you open it, you can point to the credit card. Sometimes you'll have a little bit showing, sometimes you won't. Whichever the case is, all you do is just grab the credit card, and by pulling it out, the card will come out with it. So I like to have them remove the card, and depending if you feel like you can control them, you have them open it slowly to build up tension, or you grab it from them and slowly open it up and show that it's the signed card. Let's take a look now at how it looks in real speed as if this is my pocket. So you have the card folded. Remember, you have the pointed corner. You're going to face it down, and it's as simple as that. So that's the load, and it's right there. Now, one thing you can do, for instance, like you see how it's at an angle. From the front, you can't tell, right? So when you're lighted on fire, they're going to be focusing on the fire. You can see whether the card is all the way in or not. All you do is when you close it, when you open it again, you can just push it down as you open it. So from the front, it looks like nothing's happening. But really, if for whatever reason the card doesn't go all the way in, you can just easily do it like that. Now remember, there's going to be fire, so there's nothing to worry about. If the card is even very out, it doesn't matter because they're going to be focused on the fire. So you can just push it in as you bring it down like this, and then you pull it out again to show that their signed card is now in your wallet. As you can see from the performances, I was doing an ambitious card routine before doing the reveal. You can use your own ambitious card routine or any other card routine that involves a signed card, and you can use your Fire Wallet as the ending to that routine. Let's get into some additional ideas. In this section, we're going to go into some additional ideas with your Fire Wallet. So let's say you don't want to go up to people to perform to them. You can use your Fire Wallet to get them to come to you. This is all you do. You just walk around. Once you see the people you want to perform for, you can look away as you light your Fire Wallet. They will then see that your wallet's on fire, and they will come up to you to tell you that your wallet is on fire. You can then go ahead and close it, and you have two options. You can pretend that it was never on fire, and then now you have a conversation starting. They will try to convince you that it was. Or you can tell them, but look, nothing's wrong with my wallet, everything's good. Actually, I'm a magician, nice to meet you, let me show you something. And then you can get into your set that way. Also, another thing you can do is if you feel like your set is going down energy-wise, at any moment, you can just pull out your wallet, open it up, the fire will go out, and everybody's energy will go up. You can use that to raise the energy of your performance, wherever it is you're performing. Another thing you can do with the wallet is as a gag at a store before you're paying. It's a nice way to brighten someone's day up, literally. Another use for your Fire Wallet is great as a production, so you can produce things. One thing I used to do in my house, I used to have a parakeet, and I had it trained, and I would have it palmed in my hand behind the wallet, so it's always safe. You light the wallet. Once you close it and you open it, you let the bird come out. A parakeet is small enough for you to palm. You can also do a shot glass, a ball. You can produce anything you want from the wallet by just having it palmed in your hand. The Fire Wallet is also a great way to get into either a money trick or a packet trick. So right before, instead of just pulling it out and performing your regular packet trick, now you can open your wallet, light it on fire, and then go into your packet trick or your money trick. One great way to get your spectators to always remember you is to hand them the business card from your Fire Wallet. So now when you open the wallet, it'll light on fire, and then you just give them that business card. It's a great way to burn your face in their mind. One really fun routine you could do with your Fire Wallet is using a friction pen. Now, if you don't know what that is, those are those pens that when you write, when you put heat, the ink vanishes. So you can start by saying that you're gonna make the ink travel to the wallet. So you use the fire, it makes the ink vanish. But then when you open up the wallet, not only did the ink traveled, but also by mistake, the flame and the fire also traveled as well. So it's a nice little fun, entertaining routine that you can do with the Fire Wallet. Another routine you could do is take a little bit of lemon juice and a Q-tip, and then you take your business card or any paper, and then you dip the Q-tip into the lemon juice, and you use that to write out your prediction. You let it dry for a few seconds or minutes, and then carefully, with a lighter, you just burn the lemon juice. So now it'll be written, almost like burnt on the paper, your prediction. You place whichever prediction you chose to write in your wallet, and you start your routine off by saying that you have a prediction in your wallet. You then force your prediction, and now you have a really cool way to reveal it. So there you go. There's some additional ideas for you just to get you started, but feel free to expand and try out new things with your Fire Wallet. Let's get into some troubleshootings in case you're flicking the wheel and you get no fire. So there's two things that could potentially be happening. And the first one is that you don't have enough lighter fluid. So that's what you should start with. Just try adding a little bit of lighter fluid and then strike it again to see if it lights. If it still does not light, so then all we have to do is either tighten the flint inside or replace it. And we're gonna go over those right now. So you will find the flint on the right side of your wallet, right below that wheel. you have a little, I would say, compartment there that at the end you have a screw. So you're going to take your Phillips screwdriver and start by just tightening it just a little bit, maybe a quarter turn clockwise, and then strike again. If it's still not lighting up, try a little bit more. Now you can tighten it to the point where you won't be able to flick the wheel. If you got to that point, just keep untightening it little by little until you get those big sparks that are gonna ignite your fire gimmick. Now, if it's still not working, so then all it means is you need to replace your flint. Now, you can find flints anywhere they sell Zippo lighters. You can also find them on Amazon, and they'll be delivered straight to your door. So let's start by slowly unscrewing it anti-clockwise, the screw, and just letting you know there's going to be a spring inside. And what that spring does is it pushes the flint up onto the wheel to create that spark. So as the flint keeps getting smaller and smaller, the spring just pushes it up so that you still get your spark. So be very careful now. Make sure you do this over a table and you're looking around so you know exactly where not only the spring is going to land, but also your flint. So I'm going to just tap like that. And as you see, we have the flint and your spring. So this one's pretty new, so it's still pretty big, but yours might be a little smaller once you want to replace it. So all you have to do is grab your new flint. The flint goes in first, back into that little hole underneath the wheel, and just place it right inside there. It'll fall in. Then take your spring and also place that in the same spot. Remember, the flint goes in first, followed by the spring, and then take your screw, place it where it goes, take your screwdriver, and start screwing it back in. Now, you don't want it too tight, like we mentioned before. You want it to be just right so that you get a nice spark. There's no lighter fluid, that's why it's not igniting. But once you get your nice spark and the wheels turning nice, you're all set and your wallet should be working back to normal. There you go. That's what you need to do just in case your Fire Wallet is not working as perfectly as you'd like it to. Thank you so much for purchasing the Fire Wallet. We really hope you enjoy it just as much as we do. So go out there, start performing, start blowing people's minds. I'm Javier from Murphy's Magic. Until next time.